Virgo, I need you to shift your perception of the space you occupy right now. You are not moving through your days unseen. You are not living your quiet, meticulous life in a vacuum. There is a specific pair of eyes that has, almost without you noticing, made you the central focus of their daily observation. This is not a casual glance. This is not a passing curiosity. This is a dedicated, sustained, and deeply fascinated form of watching. You are being studied. You are being cataloged. Every small habit, every subtle expression, every quiet victory and minor frustration is being noted, absorbed, and turned over in their mind like a precious artifact. They are a secret admirer in the truest sense. Their admiration is not a shouted declaration. It is a silent, relentless study. And the weight of their gaze is about to become impossible for you to ignore, because the distance between watching and acting is thinning by the hour. Let's deconstruct the anatomy of this watchfulness. It did not begin with a dramatic moment of love at first sight. It began with a single, piercing moment of recognition. Perhaps it was weeks or even months ago. You were in a group setting, and everyone was talking over each other, vying for attention, performing their personalities. And you, Virgo, were doing what you do best. You were not performing. You were listening, really listening. Your eyes were tracking the speaker. You were nodding at the right moments. You asked a follow-up question that was so perceptive it cut through the noise and made the speaker feel truly heard for the first time all night. Or perhaps it was when a problem arose, a logistical snarl, a forgotten detail, a moment of chaos, and while others panicked or complained, you simply got quiet. Your brow furrowed slightly, your eyes lost focus for a second as you accessed your internal database, and then you offered the one clean, efficient solution that no one else had seen. In that moment, you were not just solving a problem, you were demonstrating a worldview built on order, on competence, on quiet intelligence, and they saw it. They saw the machinery of your mind at work, and they were mesmerized. From that moment, you became a subject of intense interest. Now, understand the scope of their observation. This is not limited to when you're in the same room. This is a 24/7 operation, fueled by the digital breadcrumbs you leave behind and the mental map they've constructed of you. They notice the tiny things. The specific time you usually post that quiet, thoughtful observation online, the genre of books you mention in passing, the way you organize your desk if they've ever seen it, pens aligned, notes in neat stacks, a single plant perfectly positioned for light. They remember the snack you always eat when you're working late. They've noted the charity you quietly support. They've deciphered your mood from the punctuation you use in texts. A period versus an ellipsis means everything. They have a file on you in their mind, and they are constantly updating it. If you changed your hairstyle slightly, they noticed it before anyone else. If you seemed tired on a Tuesday, they spent the day wondering if you were okay. If you achieved something and downplayed it, they felt a surge of pride for you that you didn't feel for yourself. Their admiration is built on this granular knowledge. They don't just admire an idea of you, they admire the specific, real, detailed person you are. This watchfulness exists in a state of exquisite tension. On one side is their overwhelming desire to step out of the shadows, to walk up to you and say, "I see you. I see how you carefully choose your words. I see how you remember everyone's allergies. I see the way you calm a room just by entering it." On the other side is a terror so profound it paralyzes them, the terror of breaking the spell. Right now, in the watching, They have a perfect version of you, a version they control through observation. The moment they speak, they risk introducing reality, the risk of you being uninterested, of you being different from their projection, of you rejecting their carefully constructed narrative. So they linger in the in-between. They engineer accidental proximity. They will suddenly frequent the coffee shop you mentioned you like, hoping for a casual bump in. They will volunteer for the committee you're on. They will linger after a meeting, slowly packing their bag, hoping you'll say something, anything, so they can have a 30-second exchange to analyze for the next 3 days. Every interaction, no matter how brief, is a data point, a treasure. They will replay your good morning from last week, analyzing your tone, your eye contact, the slight curve of your smile, searching for a sign that you might be watching them back. The digital space is their primary reconnaissance zone. They have likely not liked your every post. That would be too obvious. Instead, they are a quiet liker. They may like the post you made about a niche interest from 3 weeks ago. They will watch your stories until the very last second, so their name appears at the very top of the viewers list, a calculated risk. They might even save your posts, the one about the book you loved, the photo of the sunset from your walk to a private folder, a digital shrine. They are parsing your online presence for clues about your inner world. A song share indicates a mood. A reposted article reveals a value. A change in posting frequency signals a shift in your energy. They are trying to solve the puzzle of you, and every piece of data is precious. They are also, whether consciously or not, trying to send signals back. They might post a song lyric that reminds them of you, hoping you'll notice. They might develop a sudden interest in a topic they know you're passionate about, subtly making themselves more compatible, more seeable to your specific wavelength. What are they hoping to see when they watch you? They are looking for cracks in your own armor, for signs that you too feel a little lonely, for moments of softness that suggest you might be receptive. They are watching for the day you seem a little less put together, a little more open, a little more in need of connection. They are waiting for their opening. A day when you sigh deeply after accomplishing a task. A moment where you seem lost in thought, staring out a window. They interpret these not as vulnerabilities, but as invitations. In their mind, your perfect competence is a fortress. They are looking for the drawbridge to be lowered, even just an inch. This is where their internal conflict reaches its peak. The data collection phase is ending. The dossier is complete. They know your routines, your preferences, your silent tells. The next logical step is action, and this is causing a seismic shift within them. The fantasy of watching is colliding with the reality of wanting. They are starting to imagine scenarios not of observation, but of interaction, of conversation, of touch. They are practicing what they would say to you in daydreams that are becoming increasingly vivid and detailed. They are imagining the feel of handing you a cup of coffee exactly how you like it and seeing the surprise and delight on your face. They are imagining making you laugh with a perfectly timed dry joke that matches your sense of humor. The secret admiration is no longer enough. The hunger to be known by you in return is becoming unbearable. For you, Virgo, this energy will manifest as a series of uncanny coincidences and a persistent, low-grade feeling of being noticed. You might turn around suddenly in a supermarket aisle, feeling a gaze on you, only to see someone quickly looking at cereal boxes. You might get a sense that someone is about to speak to you, but when you look up, they've turned away. You may receive a piece of help or information that seems oddly, perfectly tailored to a problem you never voiced aloud. This is not your imagination. This is the gravitational pull of their focused attention. Your highly attuned Virgo intuition is picking up on the frequency of their watchfulness. It's making you subtly uneasy because you value your privacy and autonomy above almost all else. But this unease is also a form of recognition. A part of you knows. The culmination of all this watching is not necessarily a grand romantic gesture. For a watcher of this caliber, the first move will be an offering of understanding. It will be an attempt to prove that their observation was not creepy, but appreciative, that they see you and they see you correctly. It may come in the form of a gift that is so perfectly suited to your tastes, it's unsettling, not jewelry or flowers, but a first edition of a book by an author you mentioned once, or a tool that solves a minor annoyance you've never complained about publicly. It may come in the form of them casually referencing a detail about you that you're sure you never told them, followed by a quiet, I notice things about people I find interesting. The subtext will be, I have paid attention, I have learned you, and I value what I've learned. Your power in this dynamic, Virgo, is your discernment. You are not easily swept away by surface level charm. You require substance. This secret admirer, by virtue of their prolonged study, is offering you something rare. They are offering you the chance to be with someone who has already accepted your real, detailed, unperformed self. They have seen you in your element, solving problems, being quietly competent, retreating into your shell, and they have not been deterred, they have been enthralled. The question is not whether their feelings are deep, the intensity of their watchfulness proves they are. The question is whether their method of expressing it through silent observation first aligns with your need for authenticity and direct communication. The watch is ending. The approach is beginning. They have gathered all the data they can from a distance. The only variable left is you, your reaction, your receptivity, your reality. They are moving from the safety of the shadows toward the terrifying, exhilarating possibility of the light, and when they finally step into it and speak, it will not be with a line or a flirtation. It will be with a statement of fact. It will be with a detail. It will be with a quiet, I know you take your coffee with 1 sugar, not 2, because you said so 6 months ago when we were in line together, and I've remembered ever since. In that moment, you will understand the depth and duration of the watch. You will feel the weight of their silent admiration. And you will have a choice to retreat from the intensity of being so fully seen, or to step into a connection that begins not with fantasy, but with profound, detailed, and undeniable recognition.